I think it's actually bigger than the other location now.
Not a Grand Master.
Thank you. About a third and second degree. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's do the warm-up. I do have new moves planned for you for the Laojia. If you can handle it, I do not have new moves planned for the Quando because we can't do new moves on Quando until we can go outside. Because the next move is spinning it over your head. So I'm not sure I want to risk having the conversation about broken mirrors with you.
You get approximated, just not go all the way out.
That's what we did last time.
Yeah.
It wasn't as fun. It was like, oh.
Switch. And inside. And outside. And left foot forward. Well, whether or not you notice, as I've gotten through this room and figured out where things should go, this week it finally actually feels like it doesn't have the one problem that that was almost a deal breaker, which is being a smaller space. I think our usable space in this floor is now the same or slightly better than the usable floor space for classes at the old location.
Not having to go to the polls is a big thing.
Halls, is it?
Yeah.
And there is, except like at the other location, there was 1 to 3 feet of stuff on the front wall,
Yeah.
and there was 3 to 5 feet of stuff coming out of all the other walls, you know? And now I can do a double shot of espresso if I need it before class.
And then having the bags out of the way.
Yeah, the bags are out of the way, and then actually I've moved them forward in this space so that all the other equipment that is the type of equipment that we pull out to use, like all the bobs, we never used the bobs while they were against the mirrors.
Right.
We always roll them out. So all of the equipment that we use, switch, is behind the bags, but not in the way behind the bags. You can still have your partner, I checked it out already, you can still have someone behind the bag steadying it for you and not feel like you're tripping over a bob or a billy. And then I figured out one of the bobs could wear the big shield with all the, with the numbers right and left, and 1, 2, 3. And I moved that long bench right there under the window. So there is a few seats in here. And
I don't know if you can move the camera up to the side like that, because this is like just as bad as a pole, because this whole area is like cannibalized if you want to be able to see.
who wants
That's
to
my
see?
suggestion. If you're gonna film, then you don't want people here, but it eats up like the center space, which is the best. So if you move it like
I don't
further
think
down
that.
and diagonal or something.
Yeah, I don't think that one's gonna work. Because if you're at home, you need to be seeing me in the center.
I know it just eats up a lot of space. That being
Yeah.
the center here.
Until COVID's over, we don't have a choice on that guy. All right, Chansijing.
Yeah, it's just become a thing now. My kids will go, why? I'll say, because COVID.
No, because when the camera is gone, the space is gonna be huge in here because it's not blocking the mirrors. Yeah, I think the kids' classes, they're short enough that some kids can be in front of the camera and it doesn't block it. And the adult classes are small enough, I don't think it's, if there were 15 adults in here, I'd probably have to think of something. But considering we're at like
I was gonna say, what's your biggest class right now? So
about 12,
I get nervous when mine gets up to about 16 or 18, but I'm in a room about half the size. So-
no, we're pushing it on what's legal for the occupancy.
They just tell us we have to have a 6-foot pot, and I'm like, oh, that's nice.
All right, and two more. Today we'll do the form 2 times instead of 3 because we're going to start adding moves. In some ways, the moves that we're going to add today are going to be way easier. In some ways, it's going to be way harder. All right. They're actually going to be way harder because they are way easier. All right.
Is that what you're recording?
That was my surveillance camera.
Oh.
Yep. Someone breaks in, or I mean, I only have one. I used to have 4, so I can always troubleshoot where something went missing. Like those Taiji figurines, they're gone, and my map in the back hallway's missing. So I have no way to. When that stuff happens at kick butt, it's like usually someone just, it's an honest mistake, and I can just track myself or whomever and go, that's the last time I picked it up. Okay, then I'll go find it. Fortunately, I'm missing with no clue. Remember your alignment, your breath. If you have the head suspended, your head and your face will look down slightly, like to the bottom floor edge of the room where the mats meet the wall. And begin. look at the, from where you're standing, looking at the floor, where the wall meets it, meaning that your head is suspended, and the back of the neck straight. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Look over your shoulder. It goes like this, out. There you go, press that. Same thing in here. It goes out. New move?
Yeah, sure.
Move here. That's the new section. Like I said, in some ways it's easier, and because it's easier, it's actually harder. You want to follow behind me on the other side? Or you want to try, wherever you want to stand, you can see it best.
The first move, you can go slow on that one, just over here.
Okay, cool, yeah, that's just under elbow.
Right
Right,
before that.
the punch?
Well,
Right after the punch.
the birthday cake. Birthday cake, just under elbow.
Oh, okay.
That's what I call it.
I put the picture on a postcard when I was wishing happy birthdays when I was really diligent about sending postcards out to all my students. But I was also sending to all my former students. And after 20 years, it ends up being thousands, it ends up being a couple hundred postcards every month, and I'm just like, so. And now it's not special to get your birthday wishes, because everyone knows your birthday on Facebook, right? So, they took someone remembering your birthday being special away.
Postcard's still special.
Right? So, anyways, I have me doing, so everyone got it for their birthday in the old days, like 10 years ago. Is that right? Yeah, birthday, that's what I call it, the birthday pose. Okay, so right before the punch then, let's remember some things. So we have the lean with back, okay? We have the lean with back. So remember, this one starts with the hand looking like it's gonna grasp, and the right one unwinds a little bit. This left hand turns over and kind of swoops out, and then swoops back. This right hand chambers, and then when you pull back with the left, you turn the palm down. And then this one, remember, seems to come out in an interesting way. It could be a hammer fist, but it's a punch. It's still a punch, but it comes out. Okay. Then this move happens, which is a repeat, and you're pulling down, but then you run out of space, so you have to pull up over here. And then you have the hands on your left side, and you step the left foot up with the feet parallel, the left heel stays up, then you push. Shuang Tui Show.
How do you have the hands on the left side?
Because
I thought they were here.
but you turn. That is the left side. Oh, they keep going. No, you go to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then they push. So it's an illusion of them going back. It's you coming forward. Then the heel's up and you push. Then you do your old Yang style, Chen style combo of rolling with that right and circling up with the left and fist on the elbow. Then it's 5 whirling wind arms and a white crane spreads wings.
But it's different because the backhand's like this instead of like.
Correct. It's so much like, well, whirling wind arms didn't do this either. Whirling wind arms and Chen saw it was palm down as well. Am I not mistaken? Do you know 38 form well?
It's all over here now.
It was palm down.
Yeah, palm down by the time it got to your hip. It's only palm up in the Yang style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But this one looks and feels more like the Yang style where you pull spunkies than it does the Chen style whirling wind arms. So let's do a pickup from the punch, or from here. And we have this, and the circling out, and then the, okay. Then we have a stretch, and pull, but we run out of space, so we pivot. And then this would go up and go down, but you come there, and then push, but the left heel stays up. Then right hand goes forward, left elbow goes forward on top of the right fist, but not really. And that's fist under elbow. Shuang Kui Shou. Jingle, what? Fist under elbow. Jodi Kan Chuan. Jodi Kan Chuan. Here. And then we turn, and the left hand goes vertical, and you step back, and then the left palm turns down, 1. And then it opens up, and then the right hand goes vertical, and you step, and then the right hand turns down, and 2. Then the left hand goes vertical, I guess the right hand goes vertical too, but it keeps turning, and then both hands are down, 3. Then back, then out, and 4. Out, and 5. And then out, and 6. Well, not really 6, but 5 plus the white crane. Okay, if you want to do it, do it. If you want to go on the other side and watch it, that will give you some idea if you think you need it. Do you want it? Yeah. Because you can see the hands and how I'm retreating away from you. So watch it or do it. I'm taking it up from here again. Or you can watch it and stop and do it and stop and watch it. So we're here, 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 and here. Here, pulling all around the space. Pivot, come up and touch, push. Right hand rolls, left hand comes on top, very much like Yang and very much like Chen 38. Then open and palm down, 60-40. Open, step, and down, 60-40. Open, and down, 60-40. That's only 3, so you have 2 more. Open, and down, 4. 1 more, open, and 5. And then you circle, back, and white break.
You know the transition of the hands, it doesn't seem right.
On the cloud, I mean on the,
The rolling wind arms, it seems like.
oh, whirling wind doesn't seem right? Are you able to get the feeling of it feeling right on Yang style repulse monkeys?
Yeah, young, but in Chen, again, we're like this, and then collecting, and then going down. Here we're not. It's,
Yeah, that's the thing about the 38. It's kind of chopped up in a way that makes it easier to digest. So may I suggest watching me do it away from you, like moving away from you as I do it? Because that's why I say that it's hard to see how to make it smooth. There's no stop. So just like in Yang style repulse monkeys, this is, to me, it's the same. This is the same move with slightly different hands, right? It's pretty much the same move with different hands. The thing is, you have to do stepping when your hands are out, and then immediately bring them in as you shift. But that's Yang style. Chen style. Let's just go from the top again. From here, we have drop, in, circle, and punch. Stretch, pull, out of room, pivot, and step, side cat stance. Jody Kanchuan. Shuang Tui Shou, double push hands. Now, roll with the fist and Jody Kanchuan, fist under oath. Then stretch and step and shift. And step, hands are out for the step, hands come in for the shift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh shoot, lost count. That seems like 5. Then it circles, and you just step, and white frame. Some details before I cut you loose on doing it on your own, or before we switch to Quando, is when you do the steps. So I've come and done the fist under elbow, right? I've done the Shuang Tui Shou here, and I go 1, 2. When I stretch and I step, what I'm about to tell you, it has to do with one move later, and then I have the move here, 60-40. Then I open. While it's open, that's when I take my step. But as soon as I'm pretty much done with my step, the hands need to close and start their pull. But the angle I have my foot here, it changes for me to do the next move. So either let the heel go out or the toe come in, and you have that. And that's gonna make this step easier. Whereas if it's out, getting this correct spot back here is harder, and you'll end up stepping here and doing tightrope walking, going backwards. So in this form, unlike the Yang style, you get to adjust that foot ahead of time for easier stepping. So if you watch Chen Lei well on his video that I've given you, you will see him do that. It's a small angle anyways, it's not like 45, it's like 35. And he's like 35, and then he turns it slightly, which would be the 38 form equivalent of adjusting that foot twice and then stepping back. And then opening up, coming here, coming here, adjusting the foot to be straight, and then stepping. But here we're doing it after we've right before we step, but without the crisscross on the upper applesauce. I think they have it. Okay, follow Mr. Haley for a second. I just want to get a drink of water here.
Sir?
Oh, from the lean it back.
Sir? Is that fine?
If it pretends it is,
I
then
think it is.
If you say it is.
You said?
Let's see, it's like coming around like a Buddhist stance kind of, but it stays back.
Yeah, I was thinking about what he's trying, I could do it when I wasn't thinking about angling the feet.
Yeah.
So there it is.
You good?
Okay, awesome. I have more corrections and stuff on that, or we can just consider that an introduction and switch over to continue to work on. We're not doing new Quando. We need to make sure everyone can do it on their own, right? Y'all two have missed. You're getting better at it. You know that keep finding new things. Quando are more, remember just like last year, we just sometimes just stayed on one form the whole class. We don't have to switch to another form. Mr. Spica's not here to answer for us.
Stay
On
on
that.
What?
this. Stay on
You want to stay on this? Okay, cool. So, let's stay on this today. So, you can watch it, do it. I'll face the camera for it, and you can watch it. Cool. So, we have this move here. So just as a reminder, a lot of the feeling and the dynamic of the movement will be very similar to 38 form, okay? But this side, right side will be smaller. I have this motion here, and then a pulling back here, and then a circling forward here, and the other hand circling over. The right hand's chambering, the left hand's chambering, palm down here. Then we have stretching, and this is a little different. It pulls, but then it turns on your waist level. So it's kind of like this up here, but it turns on your waist level. And then that's where, that might help you, Mr. Weiner, that's when it then swings back as you step up, and you have a nice flow to a push. Okay? That's worth sticking
I
with this.
think that was getting to my question. I was just like, I feel like I'm not really going into the.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a problem.
Let me do it one more time with you following or not following. Oh, actually following, and then let me try it a couple times to lock it in. And then we'll move forward again through the whirling window. So, you have a lean with back, right? And then you have, as you head up in degrees, as best you can, you want to keep the stance low and your posture good. So you're here, and we have that coming across here, and then we have that pulling here, and then we have it circling here, and it's chambering, and this hand turns over, and then we have the little bit of this, and we pull it down and turn it. And as we turn it, we step through. right? And then the hands flow to the left and up high as you again step forward with the left. And then push to center. Okay, give it a shot. Okay, let's try it on your own. Looks like y'all are getting it pretty good too. Quality versus quantity. Quality versus quantity. More water. Step farther, step farther. With heel. Yeah, because then the arm can swing out as you step up. You know, that's pushing. I like this form the more and more we work on it, because there are a lot of hidden gems in this form. Where, as far as Chen goes, you might say 38 form is a kind of flashy form. When you finish Miss Burns, remember, it isn't going to be the hammer fist. It just ends up coming out kind of like, where it feels like it's scissoring the hit. Yeah, look, it feels like it's scissoring the hit. So Laojia, how about this? Think about hammer fisting that way. Your hammer fisting that way, change your hammer fist to that way, and you'll have it. Nope, you're still hammer fisting to the corner. Hammer fist to the mirror. Do a hammer fist to the mirror, and you'll have it. Yeah, it isn't quite that, but it's that. Yeah. What you do is you stop the hammer fist before, yeah. Oh, when the rest of the body does it, you stop too. So you don't have this happen. Yeah. You stop it like a second short, but do the same thing again. It almost seems like the technique you might be using to break some bricks. And close the fist, unless your hand's in there. Okay, don't close your fist. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So the feet end up all messed up, that wouldn't be cool.
Well, the good news about this space is I'm not going to load up the mirrors with stuff to protect the kids from busting their heads on. So, unlike the other location, let's all try turning towards the mirror and doing the same moves again. Because then you can see yourself in the mirror, and your foot placement in the mirror, and all the stuff in the mirror. And you also learn why you don't always face the mirror, because you'll obsess and always have your head turned towards the mirror, which totally messes up your form. But as a tool, the mirrors are excellent. As a crutch, they're terrible. They'll ruin your Kung Fu and Tai Chi. So that's why we don't face the mirrors on the regular, because it would become a crutch. You'd always be looking at it. I think I did 8 years of teaching facing the mirror, so I have a lot of experience to see. I told you about that, right?
I always like.
It's always looking. Oh, the head's always the head, and you can't have the head lead the movement if it's looking at the mirror. Okay.
I just
So-
like it as a key when we were in a big group to know where I was.
Okay, here we go. We're going trying to go towards the mirror. So we're here, 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 and here. And here, and then here we are. We're pulling down, and then the turn, try to turn that right hand up, so the right hand's turning up, then we have to pivot that foot out and step deep. And then you can look in the mirror now if you want, or me, or whatever. Then you let them swing as you step up, and now see if your feet are even. Look in the mirror. Yep, look at the distance. And push. Then, and to this angle here, not up, but just to here. And then we step when our hands are out, so that when we land, we can be steady. So on this one, it's like a horse stance, but 60-40. Okay? And then we just stretch out. Oh, that's the time to step. Right? And then pull down. Now this is the one where the foot can adjust. So the hands go out and the foot adjusts. This hand's vertical. Find that spot and then And now we're out of room. Okay. One more time, because I didn't really mean to go over all that, but just to mainly get the Shuang Tui show, the double hand push. So one more time from here, then we'll reorient ourselves. So you're here, and then here. Of course, that's all broken down. Okay. Well, of course, we could do more, but I just want to make sure we have that one. So. I'll give you like a minute or two on the correct orientation to just try that. So, the extra lesson of the day is if you have a full-length mirror to check yourself sometimes, it's good to do. But if you're always using the mirror, you're going to develop some bad habits. But you have a sense of good Taiji, good Kung Fu. Yep. Yep.
That's when it's like a Buddhist temple, when it comes around, it stays back, right?
Yeah, let me see if I can feel that guy out. So you're here. Yeah, because he really just, on all of the ones he does, white crane spreads wings, because it happens throughout the form. It seems like his main goal is just, let's get the foot underneath where my weight is now, switch the hands and balance on one leg, like a white crane. So, the arms move like the Buddha stamp, like you said. They circle, but they end up circling. They end up circling like it ends up circling like the opening of your you're here, and then this guy, And then that, but not that, but
Yes.
this part right here is what I'm talking about. Right? Except it's the other, you would have been the other side. Right? Or up. Okay. Let's do it from the top one more time.
Sir?
Get that enough time and no one's, I don't see anyone waiting for us outside. Okay, I have one homework assignment for you. For those who are practicing their Quando at home. That complicated section we've been working on, you land here, and you go here. You want that whole section to here, less than 10 seconds. That's the speed at which it's supposed to be done. So that's your challenge. Obviously, you can't work on speed if you're so flustered with the sequence.
In the whole format to that point, or just that part?
Just 10, no.
10 seconds today, yeah, you go.
Okay, technically 7 seconds, but I'm just making it easy on you and saying under 10 seconds, okay? you're here and you're right away, right away going through and through and through and through, through and through and through and through, through and through, and so on.
No pressure.
I'm gonna throw a challenge at you, and also once the challenge isn't trying to remember the moves, then it's doing the moves better. And in that case, for this form, with the Quando, it's doing them faster. Okay. Just like in the same vein of in this form we did today, I'm keeping that pace down. Like it's not supposed to be faster. We're not supposed to speed up through it. So when we're supposed to go fast, let's go fast. When we're supposed to go slowly, let's go slowly. And when we're supposed to vary it, we'll take 20 years to figure that out. We honor the masters who came before us and seek to follow their examples.
About a Grand Master.
Thank you. About a third, a second. Good job. We went about a minute over, so